Okay, let's take a look at how we can use our toggle button in a real project. We'll drag our toggle button onto the stage like we did with the last button of a blank project, and we're actually going to bring on an instance of our old button too. I'm going to just center these over here, and I'm going to double click on my page and make it look a little bit better by just adding a little gradient to it. Okay, now I'm going to add a label to the page that says yes, and I'm going to set that up beside our toggle button. And I'm going to go ahead and put those out somewhere around there. There we go. I'm going to change the text on our button to say Submit Info. And I'm going to add finally a label that says, is your favorite color blue? And this is pretty typical way that you would use a toggle button to get some type of user feedback and whatnot. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our actions here by double clicking on our Submit Info button. And in the on-click area of the Actions tab, choose from the button family of actions, Button Get State. Just go ahead and click Next, and then from our object name area, make sure you have our toggle button selected and press Finish. And that's going to store the state of that button in a variable called Result. If it's toggled on, it's going to be 1, that value, and if it's toggled off, it's going to be 0. So let's go ahead and set up an if statement to test that value. So we'll say if result is greater than 0, then we'll put in our end statement, and we'll also add an else statement. Okay, now what we're going to do in here is just toggle a little greeting variable based upon the response here. So for example, if the result is greater than 0, then we want to say favorite color is blue. And if it's not, then we want to say favorite color isn't blue. Okay? And then what we'll do is we'll set up a dialog message box to display this information. And we'll just say response, and then we're going to display that variable greeting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press OK, and we can preview our project now. Press F5. And I'm just going to minimize our application so we can see this. And it asks us, is our favorite color blue? Now we can toggle that on or off. It's obviously asking us yes. In this case, we'll click yes, and we'll submit our info. And it says favorite color is blue. Now let's toggle it off and submit our info again. As you can see, it says favorite color isn't blue. So basically what we've done is we've used a toggle box here as a checkbox to give the user an opportunity to give us some response. Now, if you've worked with websites before or forums on the web, you're familiar with the system of basically asking user a series of questions to discern some type of functionality that they want and so forth. It's basically a way to get response from your users, and then you can basically trigger a different series of actions for a different series of responses.